Oh? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? It means he wants you in jail too, Oldbag. He's tired of you. Hey guys, we're back for another Turnabout Tuesday. And it is time for the first day of court in the Silver Samurai case. As usual, we have Judge Santa Claus presiding. Anybody who knows what that joke is from, congratulations, you're as old school as I am. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Okay, buddy. Get ready to get put through the ringer again. Best of luck to you. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then, after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff come to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time? I should have known it would be you, pal. Fine, once more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Gumshoe, I love you, buddy, but watch it. Yeah, live it up while you can, Gumshoe. Oh, I thought there'd be an option to press. Oops, my bad. Fast forward! My bad. I'm spam clicking as fast as I can. Come on, load. Case in brief. No, I'm good now, thank you. I think I can probably remember that. So, the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Okay, yeah, so there's like duct tape around the head of the spear. Now, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to look. Because typically with most spears, there is something that's meant to attach it to the polearm, but I don't think it would be tape like that, especially not for some place that takes place in quote-unquote neo-old Tokyo, which has kind of that futuristic look to it. I'd have to compare that against a picture of the actual spear, though. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a different voice with her because my voice box was shot after the last recording. Will the witness declare her name? Oh my, aren't you a handsome fellow? Afraid I'm a bit flustered. He looks so uncomfortable instantly. Your name, please. Dearie, need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Oh, less than a minute in and dude's already looking like he wants to punch the wall. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. See, he was young, I was an Oldbag, but not really, so. Yeah. I mean, just this boy, this kid in the chest, he be an Oldbag, well, I just tried. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. This is karma, Edgeworth. This is what you have wrought upon yourself for the decisions you made in life. And granted, I know not all of it was your fault to get you here, but you have gone down a dark road that we will help you from. But in the meantime, karma. The old lady is your karma, Edgeworth. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you? You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. That all just goes way too quick for me to read when she starts rambling about that. Alright, let's see her witness statement. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was fun when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. That little smug grin of hers. Bitch, calm yourself down. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I do like that he's not even doubting us doing cross-examinations anymore. He's learned that we usually find some information. Now, let's see. I want to press her about what she saw with, let's see. I've been doing a run through there since morning, errands to run. So when I got to the guard station, main gate from then until 5. Murder happened at 2:30, and certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. Okay, so I'm gonna press her on that. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny. Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. Say it again. It was him. So yeah, I think this is the good spot to show this picture. Because there's no way that's him. Let's see. Yeah, because that's really the only thing we've got. Alright, let's try this. Yep, music stopped. Let me get this straight, Oldbag. Or, Miss Oldbag. Because there's no way you're married, honey, with an attitude like that. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Even Edgeworth has to agree on this one. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Her little face. Know that was born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. No, they are definitely not accusing you of that at all. And even he looks old too, and even he's saying you look old. He's having trouble calling her Oldbag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Honey, you ain't no spring chicken yourself. Also, I just know she's got a ring on her finger. I don't believe it. Pics of the husband with her or it didn't happen. Yes, I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. Desired to know everyone would be so nosy, you should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, he showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Oh, Gumshoe's gonna lose more of his paycheck after this one. Wow, Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Alright, so now we're getting to something. Never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Okay, so the spear was broken. I did see that right. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy. Yeah, but are the pants meant to drag on the ground like that? So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Ew. Phrasing, Nick. Phrasing. Man in the photo. Okay, let's see. Sure you don't. Let's see. Through the action scene, saw Powers trip and fall. Hold up. You didn't... Hold up. How did you see him trip and fall if you didn't get there until 1 p.m.? You're saying morning. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. And what exactly were you doing? Serving, just serving. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. Saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. Let's make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better. Kissed it where it hurts. I don't think he wanted that. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her. She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Okay, let's press her on what prop it was. He broke a prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear, the murder weapon. Yeah, I was there with my duct tape to fix. Okay, so that is duct tape on the end there. This strikes me as a significant detail. Yeah. I better write this down in the court record. Breaking the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Let's see, apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap that he took, probably because he had to take some painkillers. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Okay, nobody thought this was strange at all. Anyway, that's not important. Yes, it is important, you little rat. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Let's object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. A little smug smirk on his face. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Alright, let's see the next part. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. What else went there? If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Yeah, even the judge is thinking this looks way too circumstantial. Okay. Let's see. I want to just double-check my evidence real quick. Okay, that 2:30 p.m., pierced through the chest by a spear. Okay, that's the guide map. Guard stations at the gate. Key card. Let's see. How the questionable photo where again the pants look way too long for him, unless he has some major platform boots he wears with this costume. Okay, but it says photo number 2, so I think maybe this is going to be important. But let's see. The only person I saw go to studio before then was Will Powers, so let's press her on that one. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite sure, quite sunny. Oh, quite sunny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Yeah, because nobody's ever been able to hop a gate before in their life. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? Yeah, it's kind of weak. Witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Oh no, edgy boy. He looks like he took 10 psychic damage for that one. Oldbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Yep. Yes, she does, Maya. Oldbags have a way of skipping over important details after all, or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Damn. Let's see, I'm gonna... Okay, so... let's see... I'm gonna drop a save real quick. Because I think that this... No one else went there. If that's the case, then why does this say photo number 2? I'm gonna try this.
Objection!
Oh, got a music stop. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by there, it automatically takes a picture. Here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Thank you. Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. The evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Shut your mouth, whippersnapper! The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Gee boy, help. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. He's just dealing so much psychic damage that he doesn't have it in him to fight back. So you are, you're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Okay. Now you're finally telling some of the truth. I see. Your testimony, please. He is so done with her. Alright, let's see this other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Yeah, you should have, Maya. You should have. Okay, what you got to say, honey? I have one other important job to do, and you check them. There are any photos that aren't suspicious looking. Okay, how do you define not suspicious? Yeah, how exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Oh, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Let's see, remember throwing out... Okay, what was on the photo? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy. Steel Samurai fanboys. Freaks, if you ask me. I get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. Always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? This lady. This lady is one of your mortal enemies you will find again and again throughout this series. She is taxing to deal with every time. I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids. So on the photo that you erased was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. I guess that makes sense. Only a kid could fit like that. Unless we're talking about like a super skinny person. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Yes, well, we see his type there every day. Stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as he said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information, and no forgetting vital information this time. Yeah, Judge is so done. Everybody's done with this old bitch. Okay. Oh, Mr. Powers. Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio, I was just sleeping, honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry, pop-up. What? Should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. What are you going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right, and it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does this mean? Please don't sigh like that. Like I said last time, this guy needs a hug, some ice cream, and a therapy dog. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Oh, I think I know what part this is and I'm excited for it. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the murder? I don't think it would do any good to blame Penny, because we have, I mean, like, yeah, she's an obvious suspect, because her only alibi is that she was by herself. We obviously can't accuse the child, because they're gonna be like, that would be impossible, but... we do have one person who had access to the computer, and has already been shown to be unreliable. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Wendy Oldbag, who's huffing and puffing like an old bag now too. What? Her snapper. Watch her sweat now. Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you? Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself, in other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby! Oh, he's getting the ego now. He should have been a detective. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Oh? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? It means he wants you in jail too, old bag. He's tired of you. Oh, so y'all think I did? Is that it? Gee boy, just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. You know what, we're already in this, let's go ahead. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Oldbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Oh, she will have hard feelings. She will hold a grudge against us for a while. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Yeah, I believe you could climb like a spider monkey. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? Could you be so sure? Oh, is it being nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Oh, hold up. I think I know what it is. I think it's the key card. Because you need a key card to get into the studio. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Relish this moment, Phoenix, for it shall not last forever. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. The way we can make fun of her now is just so cathartic. That is all. The court is adjourned. Hooray! We bought time and locked a mean old lady in jail. Wait a second! Oh? I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, I'm talking. Oh? Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Oh, that's some wonderful sass, Maya. A plus. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about. By whom? Oh, even Edward isn't in on this one. That's a first. Yeah. Yeah, see, even he's like, hey, you mean it wasn't Edward who told her not to talk? Well, testify. What you got to say? Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? You've been listening. They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Her powers are mighty, and she has many words to use. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Alright, geared up for the next round. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. Okay, let's rewind. Alright, so let's press on who they were. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director. We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2. There was a Studio 2. Yes, we couldn't go there at the time, but there was. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I already asked all my questions, but... let's continue. So they had nothing to do with it. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. No, that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. Yeah, you're getting fired, lady. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see, want me to fight about something, some people, that's 2 days of murder, so they had nothing to do with it. Just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. So they were actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. I'll kill this woman, I swear it. Oh, Edgeworth's gonna do murder and it'll be worth it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth almost. She really left him hanging on this one. Okay. Them. Who were these people? The director and the producer. Okay. Alright, this is all the same stuff from before. Okay, so I think this is all the information. Okay, I think we're good now. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who have just been we have just been told of. He's gonna strangle her with his cravat. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Woo! Alright. Our stalling tactic worked, and we've got new leads. Let's go. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really? It's nothing. Aw. Or should I? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? Nah. What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. I don't at all. She's a mean old bitch. She deserves it. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Exactly. Even Edgewood wanted to kill her by the end. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. And that is the conclusion of the first part of the trial. So we bought ourselves some time, and we've got some new leads to follow. This has been a lot of fun, and I can't wait for next week. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!
Aw, game over already? Don't worry, there's always more fun to be had later. If you enjoyed your stay, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for visiting Arya's Arcade. Bye-bye!